Hi friends! Hello, hello! We have a very fun and exciting video, but you have to stay till the very end, first of all, because we have a really exciting announcement, okay? Let me make sure that we can get some people on. Yay! So excited. Okay, so, well, I'm trying to get her on. So, my friend here, Brittany, is going to come and chat with you guys. You guys saw her once before. Hi!
Hi!
How are you?
Happy Friday!
Yeah. So stinking excited. Okay, so you guys, we're going to come in here and we're just going to like talk to you a little bit about this awesome Thrive in 25 bundle, first of all, which is I don't even know. It's like insane. Like I can't even understand the amount of products that are in this bundle.
Yeah,
like it's nuts.
I know. It's
and
wild.
Then I would love for you, Brittany, to share a little bit about New York and how that was. Obviously, I know you can't spill any of the good details, but some of it, I'm sure you can.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so do we want to talk about the kit first or the kit second?
We can talk about the kit first.
Okay.
I am wearing the lipstick that you get.
Yeah, the wedding cake. Isn't that gorgeous?
So pretty.
It is stunning. I wore that in New York on the day of our big meeting, and I had like this pinkish like blazer on, and that color was perfection.
It's
like
so
I love
good.
how it goes with anything that you wear. But one of the things that I will say about any of our enduring lip colors, so I always tell people, like, until you've tried our enduring lip color, like, I don't think you understand how great it is, because I was in dance. I used to have to wear red lipstick every single competition, every Friday night, all the different things. And my lips, I would end up spending the whole week trying to repair my lips from color stay, like long lasting, long wear. Like it just literally destroyed my lips. And so I like never wore lipstick for a lot of years because I didn't like that like regular lipstick would come off my lips. Like I love a good enduring lip color. But the one thing with Lime Life's enduring lip colors is they are an 8 to 10 hour hold, but there is no alcohol in the product. And that is what most companies use in their enduring lip colors is a alcohol, so it stays on. Ours has no alcohol, so it doesn't dry out your lips.
And hallelujah, because holy smokes, that's something that I didn't even like realize, that I would be like wearing lipstick and I'd be like, why are my lips so dry?
Yeah. And so it doesn't dry out your lips. And you guys are getting wedding cake, which is one of our top sellers. So I like to say wedding cake is like, it has like this beautiful, like almost like a shimmer to it, but it's not like an aggressive, like you don't have glitter on your lips. It's
right,
just
exactly.
like a really subtle, gorgeous shimmer. And I'm obsessed with that wedding cake.
It's like bold, but like not too bold.
Yeah. Yeah. And it looks different on every single person's lips too. Like I love like with your natural skin tone, like I just love how it looks different on everyone. It's so pretty. So you get a full size enduring lip color, you guys, and that alone, just one enduring lip color, just so you guys know, is $25. So you just one of those is $25. But you're also going to get a whole bunch more stuff. You're going to get this. Okay, who has tried a tubing mascara? Just like even in general, a tubing mascara is a little bit different to work with. Like I realized that when I had tried a different brand, and I was like, oh, this is different. And then I actually fell in love with it. And so we have a waterproof mascara that I was always using because I loved the volume that it was giving me. But when I got this in my hands,
it's so good. I'm a mascara snob. It's so good.
Yeah. So you also get our tubing mascara with this Thrive in 25. And let me tell you, this tubing mascara is $26. And you can join for $25. So you could save yourself $1 and you're going to get the enduring lip color. And then you are going to get which dual, I'm trying to see which ones I have. You get a dual eyeliner.
I forget which one. I don't think I have that one.
Well, I've got quite a few here. So you're going to get one of these. You're going to get one of these. I'm not actually sure which one it is, but you're going to get a dual-sided eyeliner pencil, and these are a pencil, but they apply as a gel. So it applies as a gel, and then you have like 15 to 20 seconds to manipulate the product, and then it dries. It is a waterproof 24-hour wear. I have never been able to wear a eyeliner on my waterline, like that bottom waterline, and it actually stays all day. Like I don't know if
I
that's
wore
like
the
a
green
thing.
the other day, and it was like still on at like 9 o'clock when I was taking my makeup off. I was like, what in the world?
Yeah,
This is crazy.
I will say my old ladies love this because they love to put it on their waterline, and they're like, it doesn't go all over, and I'm like, I know, it stays where it's supposed to stay. So you get one of these plus. I mean, I feel like we're always saying plus.
I know.
Plus.
And you guys, it's only $25. It's $25 for all of what we're talking about.
Yeah. So you get one of these, plus you get 54 skincare samples. So you can either use those skincare samples yourself to kind of dabble in with the product, or if you already have some of the skincare, you bring those skincare samples to your besties and you say, try this. This is amazing. And so you get 54 different skincare samples, plus you get this bougie handbag bag.
For mine to come.
I know, it's so good. It's so good. So it is like, we had a designer actually design them for us, and it was like inspired by the Chanel tote bag. So it is like a Chanel dupe, but Lime Life branded. And I took that thing everywhere with me in New York. Like, it was so nice because I could actually put my whole purse in there. I had my water bottle in there. I had an extra pair of shoes in there because we were walking around the city. Like, it was just like, what y'all got in that bag?
It's like the Mary Poppins bag.
It literally was a Mary Poppins bag. And so you get this gorgeous, like, I like to call it like a weekender. Like, if you're just going like one night away or having one night at a hotel or whatever, you can fit everything in that bag. So you get that tote. Plus,
It just keeps coming.
it just keeps coming. You get a one-time 50% off our website. So you can up to $1,000. So you get a 50% off code that you have 30 days to use. Well, depending upon when you join. So if you join in March, you have until April 14th to use that coupon, but it's up to $1,000. And they added the Duo Lab on there. So if you've been
I'm so jealous, FYI. Uh-oh, I can't hear you anymore. Hold on, guys. Technical difficulties. I cannot hear you. Let's see. Okay, we're going to try this again. Hang on. Hang tight. Hang tight. Hang tight, my friends. Okay, because there's always got to be something going on, right? Like, if you know me, you know that Facebook is like hates on me all the time anyway. So
Can you hear
there
me?
we go. Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Oh my gosh, my phone rang. I thought I had it on Do Not Disturb, but I didn't.
How many times I do that, I'm like, ah, dang it.
Okay, what was I saying? Oh, the 50%. So the Dual Lab's on there. So the Dual Lab is now on there, and the Dual Lab is something that I absolutely am obsessed with. Since we launched the Dual Lab, I cannot go a day without it. Like, I actually bring it with me when I travel because I'm just like, oh, it's so good for your skin, you guys. If you don't know about the Dual Lab, so a lot of skincare, there is only like you guys have all heard of hyaluronic acid, right? It's like the new thing. It's like everyone wants hyaluronic acid.
Pump that skin up.
Yeah, so most hyaluronic acids come in a bottle, they come in whatever. the Dual Lab has two forms of hyaluronic acid. So there's a hyaluronic acid that is for,
Ooh, we get
there is
balloons.
a hyaluronic acid for like your surface level that really works on that surface level of your skin, right? Then there's a hyaluronic acid that goes deeper into the layers of your skin and does the work on like those stubborn fine lines, wrinkles, hydration. Like, so you get both forms of hyaluronic acid with this Dual Lab. Now, not only do you get both forms, but because those pods are airtight, that means there's zero preservatives, none. Like almost every skincare product out there has preservatives in it because it has to have a shelf life. There has to, like, people have to be able to buy a product and then know that it can be on the shelf for a year or two. And then knowing once you open that bottle, now it's being exposed to air, all the things. These airtight pods are not exposed to air, and there's no preservatives, and it makes it 2 times more potent than any other hyaluronic acid you're going to get out there. So just a little fun fact that if that's something you've had your eye on, you can also get that on the 50% off. So the only things that you can't get on the 50% off are My Kit Co brushes. And that's because we did a collaboration with James Malloy. If you don't know who he is a celebrity makeup artist, and he actually worked with us to design these brushes specifically for Lime Life with My Kit Co. So those ones are not, just because we're in a contract with them and we can't discount their stuff, you know? And I think that's just like an integrity thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so there's a couple things that are excluded, and like right now are sale items because everything is 30 to 60% off.
Yeah,
right?
you really?
That's,
Yeah.
that's already insane.
Come on. Plus you get to earn commission on those babies too.
Right? Right? But you can spend up to $1,000 and get 50% off everything. Like, it's insane. So you get all of those things for $25. For $25. Like, what? I joined for $169, and to this day, like, I think about it, I'm like, I would have paid $1,000 to join, knowing what I have, knowing what we've created, knowing what's here. Going into a business should be an investment. It should be like, yes, I am saying yes to this opportunity, but we're allowing that at $25. Plus, we're giving you like so many amazing goodies.
So many tools that you could be successful with.
Right. And we've talked about this before. Like, you could literally build a business on the mascara alone. You literally build them, or that enduring lip color. Like, I have told that story about me being in dance, my lips falling off, my lips flaking off, and like I could literally build a business on that enduring lip color. Just that, because of how amazing I love our enduring lip color. So you're gonna get all those things for $25.
It's amazing. It is so amazing. And what I love about this is the fact that everybody says that it's different at every single company. Okay, like everybody will be like, this is so different. Like, there's a new shiny ball. Everybody's like flocking to chase it, right? If you guys don't know, I actually talked to Brittany like years before I actually joined here. Okay, so I've known this girl for like a long time. She's not like somebody who I just like scrolled through and was like, oh, let's just join. I have been following her for so stinking long, and when she kept telling me that the atmosphere was different, that the culture was different, that the camaraderie was different, that, you know, I mean, we get to have that monthly planner, and I don't think that a lot of people realize how insane that is to have from corporate. Like, corporate gives us a monthly planner so we know what to plan for our month, which is huge for people who plan, for one, two, who are busy, work like you do, you know. And it's been such an eye-opener, because I was a skeptic, and I was definitely somebody who was like, it can't be that different. Like, I've been to, like, you know, so many different places, and they all said it was different, and it all turns out to be the same, you know. And so I was like, you know, I am just gonna dip my toes in. And then I was like, I have been blown away, like absolutely blown away by not even just the tools that we have here, because it's a solid foundation, right? Like, we have this stuff. They have already poured the knowledge into, you know, the House of Lime Life app. If you guys don't know, we actually have an app, which is insane. And I've seen a lot of back offices and I've seen a lot of CRMs. And this is so huge in the way that there's content drops for you for absolutely everything, for every sale, for every promotion that we have. There is ins and outs of everything. You can find anything that you need about a product on that app.
Mm-hmm.
It is so helpful. And I can't speak volumes enough about how different it truly is. Like, it feels different here.
Well, and so we have like different like categories, different groups in there, and almost every single group has a chat. And when you ask a question in there, guess what? Our home office staff, Lo McNearney, answers you. Like,
it's nuts.
Yeah, like,
It's like, wait, what?
And if she doesn't answer, it's gonna be like another beauty guide or someone helping you. But like, you can ask questions in there, and people answer you. like I have one of my other new gals was like, I asked a question and Lo answered it, and I was like, yeah, and she's like, I know, I just couldn't believe she answered it, and I was like, do you ask questions often and not get answers? She's like, yeah, like I just can't believe home office staff answered me. I was like, yeah, we're here to support you. We're here to help you. Like, my job is to help you be successful in your business. Like, no, yeah, of course we're going to help you. And she's like, nowhere else does that. I thought, well, okay.
No, and it's so true. It's just so much different. Like, the entire feel, the energy is different. I think that is the biggest thing. And that's where I can like connect the dots for myself, is that the entire energy is different. Like, yes, do we sell product 100%, but it's not that hustle culture. It's a empowering culture. It is something that is so like, I'm getting goosebumps right now. It is so special. And I had such I had very, very, very high standards, but I had very low expectations. And I cannot tell you guys enough how insanely blessed I feel to be able to like be like, okay, I put those fears aside and I took the step that because y'all got to take the step, right? Like, you have to take the step.
Yeah.
And I took the step, and then it was just like, wow, like my entire world opened up. Like, there was such a fire that was lit in my heart again, that because the beauty industry has always been my passion. It's always been my home. It's always been like, I love empowering other people. And the fact that the energy here matches that and what people say about Lime Life and their culture, and it actually being true.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
like,
what was so different.
I remember having that call with you. It was in 2021. I had to go look. It was in 2021. And I remember like getting off the phone with you, and obviously I was so excited and, you know, whatever. And I remember at that time that this wasn't the path for you. And I just remember thinking, you right now. And I always loved your energy on social media. I always loved the way you showed up. And I just thought, you know what? I want to cheer her on wherever she's at, because that is women empowerment.
And that
what I have experienced
is why this is so different, because you're not the only person that's like that here.
Yeah. And like, one of the things that I realized at other companies, like when I have conversations with other leaders, other, you know, whatever, like it's all about like competition. And I'm like, girl, I want you to win too. Like I have no problem sending my referrals for a product you have. If I don't offer it, like, or my customer likes it better, like I'm going to send them your way, because that's empowerment. Like, that's what we're here to do, is raise women up. And I learned that from Lime Life. Like, this was my first network marketing company. I've never been in sales. I've never been in the industry. And that is what I know and how I stepped into my leadership. And that's what I teach, and that's what I coach. And I'm like, that's how we operate here, is with empowerment and building people up. And I just knew, like, for you, it was just, I was like, I just want to wish her, like, I want you to win. I wanted you to win. I didn't care where you were. It was like, I just wanted you to win. And the fact that we get to do this together now is like, oh, watch out.
it's been so amazing. Like I can't, it's hard for me to put even into words like how it feels because it still is so fresh and it's still like I'm still living through it, right?
Yeah. Sue asked, I'm not wearing any lip color. It's just jelly bean. It's just jelly bean. She's like, what
I
color
can't
is
see
that you
comments
wearing?
because I don't have my glasses on, so y'all aren't like blinded by the reflection.
Yeah. That's okay. Sue wanted to know what I was wearing. I'm literally just wearing jelly bean. I love these lip plumper jellies.
I am obsessed.
They are everything to me. I can't go a day without them.
I have two in my car.
Love that. Okay, so I want to tell you guys about New York. Now, when you were talking about the app, the things that we have here, so one of the things that we have been doing, some of the top leaders have been going to New York City to meet with our CEO, to meet with our our entire home office team. We have a say. We have a say as leaders. We have a say, even as executives. So we have this thing called in partnership. So once you hit executives, you get a call. We have a call once a month, and we all agree. So that monthly planner, that comes from the executives. We work on that with home office together in partnership. And so that's why it's called in partnership. And we started that, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago. And it has been amazing because I love getting ideas from other leaders on different teams. And like we have we break out into groups, we come back, we collaborate with the ideas, and we kind of come up with, this is the game plan for the next couple months, or this is the game plan for this, or we already talked about holiday, we already talked about Black Friday, like we collaborate together. So what we do as top leaders in New York City is we are broken up into different work groups for different areas of the company that we want to elevate, that we want to raise the bar, that we want to kind of raise that standard of excellence here. And so we all got to pick which work group we wanted to be a part of. And we have monthly meetings, and then we meet quarterly in New York City, and we discuss the progress. Like a lot of times, in my experience, even just years before, it's like we asked for this and you never know when it's coming, or you said this and it's like, where's an update
somewhere
on it?
where we asked if we were going to ever launch to Canada, and they were like, yeah, soon. And it was like 5 years down the road, and we're still not there.
Yeah. And so we have work groups, and then we update the field. Like web and IT. Like, come on, every company's got a website, IT.
Yep.
Oh, we should do this on the website. We literally go to them and say, hey, can you do this on our website? And within a week, it's done. Hey, can we add this feature? Like the new feature that it's a little bar that tells you how close you are to free shipping. How close you are to free shipping. We asked for that 2 weeks prior, and they're like, oh yeah, we can get that on there. And it's because we have work groups and committees that are committed to that area, and we get to see the progress. So we have monthly meetings, and then we go over like where we were at, what we want it done, where it's at, how it's coming, what's the timeline, and then we just keep adding to the work group. Like we just keep building on that. And I've never, even in my full-time gig and I've never heard of other companies doing that, where you have work groups with the top leaders to try to elevate your brand to the best it can be, and to keep getting better and better and better and better. And we're always coming up with new innovative ideas. We already have a plan for a couple different work groups that we want to initiate after we can completely close out a work group. And so we really just work with our home office in that. And as far as the vision, it's really hard to talk. So I was actually talking this out with my coach, and vision, people think vision is products. People think vision is rank. People think vision is excitement. It's a part of it, but that's only short term. That's just like an endorphin high. That is like an adrenaline, that is very temporary. That's not a long-term vision. That is short excitement for people to just keep you in the moment, but that doesn't tell you where you're going to be in 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road. The vision for Lime Life is we will be $1 billion beauty brand. We will be a $1 billion beauty brand. We will be we've already said it. We're gonna be the #1 network marketing company in the world. Like, hands down. Or beauty. You know, I know that we don't have ingestibles. We don't do that. We are you know, and I'm never saying never. Like, right now, we added hair care into the line, and Laurent is
FYI is amazing.
Yeah. So Laurent is our CEO. He became our CEO in November. Those of you guys that don't know, in November, L'Occitane took full ownership of us. So previously in 2019, L'Occitane partnered with us in 2019. They were 60% of our they owned 60% of us because they saw something on us and they wanted to invest in us. Well, last November, they took 100% ownership of us, which meant we got more money.
More
but
possibilities.
If you guys don't know, L'Occitane is a $1 billion beauty brand already. They already know what they're doing. They already know the ins and outs. They have done it perfectly, okay? And now they saw something in us, and they're like, we're going to do that with you guys. And, like, that gives me chills. You know, like,
I have goosebumps everywhere right now.
To know that they would have never partnered with any other direct sales company. They would have never partnered with any other beauty company out there. They saw us. And if you don't know, Lime Life is the only direct sales company that has professional makeup. Like, actually, they might tell you it's professional, but it's not. We work with professional brands. We are the only company that gets invited to the makeup shows. We are the only company that gets invited to New York Fashion Week. We are the only company that really puts that professional quality at the forefront. Like, we are that brand that, you know. But I also want to say, like, don't let that scare you.
No.
Because I started my makeup at 4. Well, I'm Central Time, so I started at 4:24, and you were messaging me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Brittany, hurry up.
Yeah, I know. I was like texting you, and I was like, I have to throw a lip on. I had literally just sat down to get all of this on because I have been deep cleaning my kitchen.
I tell people that it's professional, and that might scare people off. However, the quality is so incredible that it doesn't take. I don't think I could have done this with a Walmart or an Ulta in 6 minutes. I know I couldn't have. I would have been
tried, okay? I've tried to do other makeup in 5 minutes, and it's impossible.
So it is for the everyday woman. It is professional products, but for the everyday woman. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm busy. A lot of women are busy. We don't have time to just hang out in the bathroom getting ready.
I mean,
and so the fact that, right? The fact that we can get ready and look good in a short amount of time, like, perfection. And so as far as like the vision, I mean, what I see in us is we will have many, many, many millionaires at this company. We're gonna have hundreds of thousands of millionaires at this company. We're gonna, but money aside, the vision is that women will be empowered through beauty products in whatever that means for them, because empowerment is different for every single person. And so one thing that I will say is, so on Sunday, I leave for Orlando, and I'm going to the IMC John Maxwell Conference to get my official certification in leadership, mentorship, and speaking. Yay! And that's so important to me because leadership is everything. Like how you lead, you teach, how you speak to people. Have I been a perfect leader? No. Have I made mistakes? Absolutely. Have I had to lay on my sword and make apologies and say, you know, I think I handled that situation wrong. Could you forgive me, and we're gonna work through this. I believe in the power of connection. I believe in the power of communication. But I also believe in having a standard of expectation and having a standard of like, this is the line of acceptability and this is how we operate. This is how we treat people. This is how we talk to one another. And that's just my standard. That's just how I communicate with my people, with my leaders, with my team. And we hold that to one another. And I think that says a lot about our culture. I think that says a lot about our mission, and our vision is to empower women and raise them up, coach them up. We don't want to be bringing women down. We don't want to be doing that to anyone. Like, my job as a leader is to coach people up and to coach them into their highest potential. And when you see something in someone, like, you have to tell them, I see this in you. And I learned that through good mentorship throughout my journey here, through hiring coaches, because for me, I'm forever a student. I always want to be learning. I said this to our country manager. I said, okay, what can I do? Like, what can I be doing better? And she's like, I hate that about you. And I was like, what? And she goes, you always want to be better. And I was like, yeah, because I just want to be the best that I can be. I don't want to, it's not to be better than anyone else. It's that I want to make sure that I'm using my gift and that I'm using my fullest potential to make the largest impact. And she goes, okay, well, when you say it like that, I like that. And I was like, okay.
Perspective.
You know, like, it's not to be better than anyone. It's because my team deserves to have the leadership, the best leadership. That's what they deserve. I deserve to give that to them. And so leadership is something that's really important to me, and really pouring that down into my team and really helping people see what their gifts are and get them dreaming. You know, when I first started this business, did I think that it would be possible for me to be at the top of the company? Absolutely not. 100% not. I actually remember sitting in my hairdresser's chair, telling her I joined, and I was like, well, I'm not like trying to be at the top of the company or anything. And then there
And then
I was.
here you are.
There I was going for the top of the company. But it's because the passion that ignited in me, the passion for leadership that I didn't even know. Like, I did not know how much I loved cheering other women on. I did not know how much I loved celebrating people. I did not know, like, we had this conversation. So we do this thing every night at our table. It's called the Peach in the Pit. And my daughter Reagan was sharing her pit, whatever. I don't even remember what happened. Oh, because they had a thing at school and she didn't win, but her friend won. And she told me, she said, Mom, I was so happy for her. And I was like, oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. I was like, did you celebrate her? And she was like, yeah, I told her I was really happy for her. She goes, but Mom, I was really sad. It wasn't me, but I was still happy for her. You know, like, oh my God.
What? Those are the things though that are like impactful. Like, it's so much more than just you, and it's so much more than just makeup, right? Like, it impacts everything around you.
Yeah, absolutely. And we had to go to our one of our first exercises in New York was we all had to pick a piece of paper, random draw, and mine was what your favorite memory was from Lime Life. Oh my gosh, I could have talked about any trip. Every time I go on a trip for Lime Life, it's the best memories, right? But what my favorite memory was my first Palooza. And I remember thinking they were going to teach me how to sell, and they were going to teach me how to recruit. And guess what? They didn't teach me to do either of those things. They didn't teach me either of those things. But what they did do was taught me personal development and taught me how to find joy in the journey. And the entire Palooza was themed, the journey is the joy, and the joy is the journey. And I have carried that with me on this journey every single day. On my hard days, on my good days, I always try to find the joy in the journey. And I truly believe it was because that Palooza changed my entire life. That Palooza showed me, I remember listening to one of the speakers, and she was like, as women, why do we allow our women friends to show up as the least version of themselves?
Yes.
Why do we allow that? Why don't we speak life into them and tell them how worthy and capable they are? And I mean, I was just like, I was crying. I was like, yeah, I want that from all my friends. Like, I want that for me. I want that for everyone. And so I truly think those are the things that we do differently. we don't just hound sales down your throat. We don't hound recruiting down your throat. We want to make sales? Yeah, not because we want the sale, but because these products are amazing and they need to be in more women's hands. We don't want to recruit so we can have more numbers. We want to introduce this opportunity to as many women as possible because it can be life-changing. Those are the types of those, you know, it's when you said it's all about perspective, it really is. And you know, when I think about the future of this company and I think about 10 years down the road and 5 years down the road, like for me,
which is crazy to think about in this industry, to be able to say, I'm thinking about 10 years down the road within this company.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy to be able to say that because you can't say that about a lot of people.
I think it's because we have such great communication. Like I could have a conversation with our CEO. I can have a conversation with any of our home office staff and tell them where I'm at. And either they will give me coaching or, you know, tell me their perspective, or they will be like, that's a great idea. I'm writing that down, you know? And I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that.
Everybody deserves a voice.
And it's so funny. So at our first New York meeting with our CEO, because he's our new CEO, I had asked a question and he told me no. And I was like, oh, you have no idea how much I appreciated that. And he was like, why? I said, well, number one, you're a man and you told me no. And normally you'd think I'd be mad, but I actually respected it so much because he said no. And then he told me why. And I completely agreed with his why. But so many times companies or people will tell you, oh yeah, that's coming. Oh yeah, that's coming. Oh yeah, we can look into that. Let's look into that. Or, you know, like,
oh my gosh, yeah, I have been through the ringer
we'll get back
with that
to you
one.
on that. But he just said no, and here is why. And I thought, oh my gosh, thank you. Because I have a feeling that if I would have asked that question any other time, it might have been a maybe, or I'm not sure. I just respected so much of, and he's just a straight shooter. He's very business minded. And he has our best, like he's always has our best intentions. And it was a huge part of L'Occitane getting them to $1 billion brand. And I'm like, I trust that so much. I trust that opinion.
Right.
I trust his expertise and I trust where he's taking this company. And I'm just like, I literally, when I think about even a year from now, I get so giddy. But for me, I've been in June, I will have been with Limelight for 8 years. And I cannot wait to say I've been with the company for 18 years. I've been with the company for 20 years.
Freaking goosebumps.
Like, I feel that. And I know it's because we have such great communication. We respect one another. We have open and raw conversations. We have vulnerable conversations. We're able to be honest with one another. And that's how you have growth. Yes. That's how you can raise people up. Like I said, there's moments where I've not been the perfect leader, or I've said something wrong, or I've had to have like a moment where I'm like, hey, someone like tell me why this is happening. But the communication that we have together, I know that that's so strong that everything and anything is possible for us because we can openly talk about where we're going, how we're going to get there, what's needed. Are we in this together? And honestly, just looking around the room at all the people I was in there with, and are you committed to the growth? Are you committed to doing this? Are you committed to raising the bar? Are you committed to raising the standard? Is that your commitment? Even just having that conversation. Most people can't even have that conversation. Most people can't look themselves in the mirror and get vulnerable. And I appreciate the space for that vulnerability as top leaders to be pouring into other people with, you know, our organizations, but continue to be pulling more leaders up. And so for me, I mean, I've had several coaches. I always joke, like every year I change my coach, and not because it's a bad thing.
No,
but because
it's different perspectives.
I love learning and certain coaches serve me for a certain season. And then once I get through that season, I'm like, okay, now I'm ready for this, or now this is what I need to get better at. I'm going to go find a coach, because each coach has different gifts.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so like I kind of joke that I change my coach every year, but it's only because I love new perspectives. I love learning how I can be a better leader and pour that back down into my team. And so for I truly believe when you have a leader that invests in coaching and invests in leveling up their leadership and invests in people, and giving that back to people and providing value, that's why we have the culture we have. That's why we have the community we have. And I don't foresee that ever changing, especially, I think especially within my team, like sometimes it's like, I know that there are things that I can't control, but what I can control is my leadership. And what I can control is the people that look to me for leadership and look to me for the vision. And I can control that. And I can control how I'm helping them. So
I love it. I love it all. I love it all. Like
so
I can't get over it. Like, you guys, I will tell you, and I will scream it from the rooftops until the day I die, about how amazing and how different and how life-changing, and how even just in a few short months on how different my perspective is on this industry.
Do you feel, okay, so this was like one thing that my husband said. Do you feel like mental health, like do you feel like that has improved at all?
100%.
Like even
100%.
Yeah. I always say, like, I never thought I had postpartum after I had the twins. Like, I don't think that I had postpartum. Like, but then I was like, I think most women just live their life like this.
Yeah.
And I was like 2 months in, and I remember my husband saying, I don't even care how much you spend. I don't care about any of that. What I care about is how happy you are.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I've never, and at that time, we've been married for 11 years now. I don't, what's 11 minus, so we were, had been together for 5 years, and he's like, I've never seen you this happy, and like part of me that made me sad. I was like, really?
I know it makes you want to cry, but it's so true.
I think it was the confidence piece. He had never had like a confident, happy wife, who really was enjoying something outside of being a wife, a mother, and a nurse. I found a space where I got to be weird on the internet, and I got to laugh, and I got to, and to just show up as the best version of myself. And Lime Life gave me that space. And at the end of the day, Lime Life is the vehicle to getting to your dreams. Yes. Lime Life is the vehicle to getting to your visions. Like, I mean, I can tell you all day my visions. My husband's like, girl,
would you like me to get my notebook or the coaster, or
he's just like, I'm like, so you're gonna be a pilot, we're gonna buy a plane, I'm like, we're gonna have an entire, like, we did this, like, we as seniors, we used the AI and we made this whole Lime Life plane. Oh my God. We had like my husband's gonna go to pilot school. We're gonna get a Lime Life plane. The plane's gonna go around the world and pick up all the Lime Life girls. And we're gonna do it. And so, some people call me crazy and that I'm dreaming too big. And I'm just like, well, most people need to start dreaming. Period.
Yeah, life is short.
The life that we have now, I would have never thought possible. I would never thought possible. We were living paycheck to paycheck, building a brand new house, raising babies, diapers, formula. Like, I remember when I had the twins, I had to breastfeed. I didn't have a choice. I had to breastfeed. We could not afford formula.
Yeah. We
couldn't. If we were gonna have to choose between diapers and formula, it was gonna be diapers, and we were gonna get these things working.
Yep.
And so I didn't really have a choice. And so when we had Crew, I remember him saying, like, you have a choice now. Like, do you want to do that? And I mean, I knew he was our last. And so I really did. I was like, okay, I'm going to try to enjoy this time.
It's not a have to, it's a want to.
Yeah, and just little things like that. And, 2 summers ago, we were able to get an above ground, just like a pool from Walmart, above ground one for our kids, because my husband also has his own businesses and he's gone almost all summer long. And I'm like, oh, it's so much work to take the kids to the lake, and it'd just be really nice if
Pack
we had a
everything
pool.
up. Yeah.
And like that created 2 summers ago, my kids every single day were in that pool, and the memories that they will take with them forever, because Lime Life was able to afford me just this above ground. It's not super extravagant, but it's memories, and we would have never been able to afford that before. And so it's those little things that make such a big difference. And when I joined, I said, well, I wasn't looking to be super successful. I deep down I wanted to find success, but I just wanted to make fun money. I just wanted to make fun because I was really worried that like we were never going to be able to go out to dinner again. I was really worried that I was never going to be able to take a vacation ever again. I prioritized fun.
Right? You have to when you have as many kids as we have.
Right? And so I was just like, I just want to be able to like know that we can afford a hotel to like escape from our kids. So I'm going to do this, and it's going to be fun money. And I really like to have fun because now Lime Life pays our bills. Lime Life has afforded us this life because I had the I was going to say the balls, but
I mean, it's true.
To say yes to something scary and to really put myself out there and show other women that there is another way, because society teaches you to look for jobs. Society teaches you to go to college. Society teaches you you have to do it this way, when really there is another way, and you can still love your life. Like, it's wild. And I'm sure you probably have the same conversations that we're starting to have in our house, because we have a 9th grader now, and they have to pick a career path.
So fun.
My son was like, Mom, I'm just not sure if I want to go to college. And I was like, that's okay. I mean, you don't have to. Would I like you to, just to experience it?
Right.
Just to life experience? I'd love that for you. But you don't have to go to college to be successful, bud. You don't have to go to college or have a certain job to have a life that you love. And, I just kept telling him, I was like, I just want you to be happy. And he's like, Mom, happiness isn't going to get me, he was talking about some car he wants. And I was like, well, you'd be real happy riding in it, right? I'm sure.
Oh.
I just think about all the women in this industry and network marketing that have been able to afford staying at home, raising babies, and have this opportunity when they had no college degree. Then when they had no, several people wouldn't be able to live the lives that they live currently if it wasn't for this industry. And so I'm so grateful. I think that where we're headed is nowhere we've been before, because it's going to be that big.
I'm so excited.
I truly believe that. And with like L'Occitans, like got our back. Like I love hearing from L'Occitan too, about all the amazing things that they have planned for us and what they see in us, as well. So it's super exciting.
I love it. I love it all. Thank you for spilling all the things.
I know. I was like, I feel like I talked the whole time.
It was so good, but it's so true. Like all of it, because it's not just the business. Like, yeah, sure, you get the $25 awesome kit. Like, I could tell you all day long about all the stuff that you get in the kit, right? But like, it's so much more than that. And a lot of people lose sight of that. I know I did over the years, because this industry has changed my life in many ways, but the beauty industry specifically has made me grow as an individual more than I could have ever grown anywhere else.
Right.
Doing anything else, because it has completely transformed the confidence in myself. It has truly allowed me to have a different perspective, because when you are happier and when you like who you are and you feel good about who you are, your perspective on life changes.
Right.
And when your perspective on life changes, you essentially are creating that ripple effect through your family, your friends, your online presence. It truly just is that a huge ripple effect. It's not even just about me or about you or about the person watching this. It's truly about the lives that are impacted by you deciding to do it.
Absolutely. I could not agree more. I could not agree more.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, thank you so much for hopping on and sharing all the things. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them below. We'll answer them. If you have any questions, or if you are like ready, like, girl, I need to do this, tag your beauty guide below in the comments and she will make sure to get you hooked up and get you plugged in. We are so excited to have you.
Yeah.
And thanks for being here, guys.
Okay.
Bye.